whole new base layer program for this year as well too, right? Recognizing that everything we do on the outerwear is affected right at the base layer. So new synthetic program, essentially we're going to offer 3 different weights there. We're going to start out, it's our brand new lightweight core base layer. You'll notice that we use gridded interiors on all of these pieces. So the lightweight really focusing on moisture transport, keeping you dry at the skin level and moving moisture out through the system there. All of the base layers, the lightweight, midweight, and heavyweight, are all going to be treated with polygene as well. So polygene is a silver salt solution. The great part about it is you can treat it right at the fiber level before you make the garment. It means you get total protection of every fiber in there, and then silver salt naturally inhibits the growth of bacteria, fungi, and that's actually where odor comes from. As those little organisms multiply, they off-gas essentially, and you get stings. So we're fighting that odor right at the base level. So lightweight, here's our midweight, which is probably, the most universal weight for the whitetail season. And then we've got our heavyweight, which uses a mapping process of a really heavy gridded interior in critical zones, and a lightweight, more breathable in flex zones and in areas that we don't need it to be quite as heavy.
And this stuff is designed specifically for the hunter. I mean, this isn't just like a generic garment. It's designed with all the proper entities for hunting.
Yeah, if you look at Sitka top to bottom, I think we're one of the only companies out there that starts at the fabric level, right? We identify a problem out in the field and go, okay, how are we going to solve it? And it really starts at fabric development. This new base layer program are all brand new textiles that never existed before this. So we went out there to get the highest level of performance, and that goes all the way up the line. When you start to look at like the new Fanatic and the new, 3 years ago, the fabrics that we make those garments out of didn't exist. We created them. We will still offer merino wool as well too. Okay. So for somebody that likes a natural fiber, obviously merino that offers a real high warmth to weight ratio is a great choice, and then naturally antimicrobial as well too. So that'll hold up to a week-long plus hunt and not get stunk up on you. So great choice, especially in the whitetail woods. Where low bulk, high warmth to weight ratio.
See a lot of crossover and people interested in the same pattern for not only, but like the northern forest, but I mean, this could be, you could apply this out west as well and still fit in from a camouflage standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always important to keep in mind, how OptiFade was developed, right?
Right.
The fact that it is a camo pattern that's specifically developed the way whitetails see, the fact that they don't see color, and then really that upward facing angle. So if they do look up in the tree and try and spot a hunter, we've taken that into account. Definitely from a functioning standpoint, the open country pattern is going to be better. I think we'll have some hunters though that we kind of call it foreseeable misuse. Someone's going to buy this as their whitetail setup and say, well, I'll try hunting it out west. So.
But that's what the open country pattern is specifically designed for.
Exactly. The open country in our big game collection was specifically designed for ground-based hunting in a more western-based environment, longer engagement ranges.
Perfect, perfect.
So check out the mid layers. You're going to kind of see as we go up through the entire collection that products are going to kind of fall in 3 different buckets. What we call versatile, focused, and protective, right? So versatile products are going to give you the ability to be used in a lot of different scenarios. Stack and shed philosophy where you can use them in tandem. This is a new Celsius jacket. Really soft face textile on this, so it's nice and quiet. Using Primaloft silver insulation, so we've got a continuous filament. Synthetic insulation provides a ton of warmth for the weight. And then we've also taken into consideration that even though this is a mid layer, it's going to be worn as outerwear at times. So we put harness ports in both our mid layers and all of our outer layers.
You were just talking about it.
Were you really?
I said I wish the Sitka stuff had the escape for the harness.
Yeah.
There it is.
We thought about it. So, and the nice part is we built it into, like I said, the mid layer level, because there's times, I mean, if you get a 40, 45 degree day and it's not windy, you might just find yourself hunting in this and not have to put a protective layer over it. So we wanted it to be functional that way and easy to add and take away layers, which, you know, is pretty tough in a tree stand. When you're on a little platform and you've got a harness running out the back, so now we've made that a lot easier. So Celsius jacket's a super versatile insulation or outer layer piece. And then we've got a companion piece to that, which is a really cool new piece for the industry, called the Celsius jacket. So it's a sleeveless jacket, right? And the concept here, like a lot of Sitka, we're not looking to build one jacket that does everything. We're looking to solve specific problems to the best that they possibly can be solved. Jacket really designed as a layering piece or an outerwear piece. Think about that hunt when you walk out to your stand, it's 50, 60 degrees. You're going to walk out in a light base layer type piece, sit there for an hour or two, and then the temperature starts to drop, right? So you can pull the jacket on over top. Vests are great at giving warmth to the core and retaining mobility, but what a vest misses out on is the fact that there's a big heat center in your body right here on both sides. By adding that little short sleeve there, we retain all that heat without adding much bulk to the garment, so you get a much warmer piece and still retain all that mobility from not having the lower sleeve. I think it's the type of piece people are going to look at first and kind of, wow, what is that? Talk about disrupting convention.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is right there. That transverse zipper here opens up the front so you can get that kangaroo hand warmer pocket.
Still the best idea ever is
That's
cross.
yeah.
It is.
Yep.
You know, we talk concealment in a multiple language, right? Everybody thinks, oh, concealment means your camo pack. Well, to us, concealment means visual. Concealment means auditory. How quiet is the garment? Concealment means motion, right? Garments that are designed to help keep you stationary and warm and comfortable are going to cut down on your motion. And then finally, concealment in the form of scent control, like we talked about with Polygene at the base layer there. So really taking all four of those things into consideration, every piece that's designed.
Oh, absolutely. No question.
So those are the two new mid layers. They can be worn standalone or stacked over with outerwear garments, depending upon what the conditions are.
And it baffles out a little bit. I love this. Yeah, the launching pad.
New outerwear collection. So everything's been totally redesigned. This is the new Equinox jacket and Equinox pant. Four-way stretch, soft shell material here, DWR treated. It's going to be a lighter weight, breathable fabric. Great for early season when the temperatures are a little bit warmer, or you can take this and layer up right underneath it for hunts well into October, late October. Very versatile system that you can do a lot with. Really performance driven there. Moving up the spectrum, I'll take you guys over and show you the new Stratus collection. So this is our new Stratus collection. Stratus, you know, that name kind of synonymous with windproof. Jacket, pant, and vest, all going to feature Gore wind stopper. So we've got total windproof protection here. Makes this garment very, very warm with very lightweight. You'll see a micro-gridded interior on that. Again, the Gore-Tex laminate on the inside is going to totally eliminate any kind of convective cooling by stopping the wind. So you get a garment that's much, much warmer than its weight suggests. New for this year, we made the hood removable on that, so you'll have a choice. If you like to hunt with the hood, you can zip it on. If you're not the hunter that likes to pull a hood up, just get rid of it so it's not behind you rubbing up against. Very versatile piece, kind of in that same weight range. Again, looking focused. This is the new Fanatic Light. So again, pulling that Fanatic feature set into a garment meant for a little bit warmer temperatures. You'll notice the transverse zipper, the front kangaroo pocket again in that. Breathable soft shell material, so we've got good abrasion resistance on the outside. A little bit of insulation, but you'll notice all these breathing zones here to let moisture and heat escape, really. So that's the new Fanatic Light. That's going to retail for like $269, and I think that'll give access to that Fanatic feature set to a lot of people that maybe weren't ready to jump up to the full-on Fanatic jacket and bib.
Well, and like we've talked about, it's kind of the start with that base layer and kind of build your way up, and before you know it, you're fully outfitted and a lot lighter.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this stuff is it's so much lighter than your old conventional hunting gear.
Absolutely. Adjust it with what your base layer choice is. Put a Celsius jacket or a Celsius shacket underneath this, and you'll hunt right off into November with that. The king of November, the new Fanatic system, right? So the Fanatic jacket and Fanatic bib were insulated pieces really aimed at that November rut hunter. Cold conditions, all day sits. Really, how do we keep you warm for 10, 12 hours in the stand? New for this year, we've gone to this new high loft Berber fleece, so it's the ultimate in quiet concealment. Berber just being the most quiet material that you can have when it gets really cold and really quiet out there. It does feature the Gore windstopper membrane, so you've got total windproof protection. And then you've got Primaloft insulation on the inside of that as well. So heavy insulation in the body, lighter insulation in the sleeve, so we don't build a lot of bulk up there in the sleeve. Gives you good clearance for your bowstring. And then finally, a great new feature, we've gone with the new pocket liner. You got to stick your hand in there and check out that new pocket. So that's the same lining that we use in the Fanatic beanie, just a super high pile, super comfortable and very warm lining to the pocket. You still have the exterior pocket. You can put a hand warmer accessory in there and heat the whole system up a little bit. Fanatic jacket, Fanatic bib.
That's the ticket right there if you want to be warm.
It is, yep. And then finally, so we have our versatile collections we talk about. We have our focused collections with the new Fanatic pieces. We've got a last bucket that really talks about protective use. So protective pieces, our downpour and our incinerator, both going to feature full Gore-Tex construction, 100% waterproof, breathable performance. The downpour is simply a 3-layer, lightweight rain and wind shell that'll keep you totally protected, and then you can adjust the thermal value depending upon what you layer up with underneath that. And then finally, the king of winter, the walking sleeping bag, the incinerator suit, full Gore-Tex construction. This is going to feature for 2015 a new Prima-Down insulation. 30% Primaloft, 70% water repellent treated down, gives you the ultimate and lightweight, high-performance insulation that will retain its warmth if it gets wet. That's always been the Achilles heel of down, is if it gets wet, it mats down.
Right.
Now we've got a down product that helps retain it, even if we get it wet. A redesign on the new incinerator bib, a great upgrade here. We've got a true full-length zipper in that now.
Wow.
So you can actually take this bib, open it completely up. You can put this on right in your tree stand with a harness on, sitting in your seat. So you don't have to worry about climbing up into your stand with a big bulky bib if you don't want to. It also gives you the ability to vent this thing in different ways if the temperature changes drastically.
That's pretty cool.
It is. And then finally, a cool little feature in our hand warmer pocket here, we've got our little Mojo pocket. You can actually slip back here and gain complete access right into the garment. So in the coldest of temperatures, when the mercury gets down around 0, if you start to get cold, you can actually move your hands right to the inside of your entire system, access your core body heat to warm your hands up. So the incinerator, great setup for anybody if you're going on a Saskatchewan hunt, a really late season hunt. We sell a lot of these systems to gun hunters as well too. Guys that want the ultimate protection. Paired up with the new Sitka Blaze ballistic vest, you're good to go in the gun woods as well too.
Wow, exciting year.
A lot of stuff, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to show you guys this Fanatic hoodie too. So, Fanatic hoodie, again, brings in those focus feature sets, right? So we've got our heavyweight core base layer material here, right, for insulation next to skin. We build it in with that kangaroo pocket so you have a place to keep your hands warm. A couple extra feature sets in this. You've got an extended cuff with a thumb hole that keeps you covered up over your hand. But then this has a built-in mitt right into it. You can flip up over your hand, so you've got concealment built in there, right? So think about early season hunts. Why do you bring a lightweight pair of gloves along? Not because you need to keep your hands warm, but for concealment. We've built it right into this piece. Additionally, up in the hood of this, living behind, there's a face mask built right in. That lives right in the back of the hood. When you pull your hood up, you can actually reach in there wearing the piece, pull it up over your head, over your face, and get ultimate. So we just eliminated gloves and a face mask as things you need to stuff down in your pocket when you go in the woods. It's built right into that new Fanatic.